Ultra Beasts, man, these things are wild. Alien, chaotic, and straight up not from our world. They crash into the Pokemon universe looking like final bosses. Crazy designs, busted stats, and lore that's just next level. They pop out of Ultra wormholes, fully formed, fully terrifying. And all of them look fully evolved. Except one, Poipole. Poipole's the only Ultra Beast that's basically a baby. Cute, curious, and kinda harmless. Until it evolves into the venomous Naganadel. Which makes you wonder, what if the other Ultra Beasts had pre-evolutions too? Well, that's exactly what we're cooking into today. We're giving every Ultra Beast a pre-evolved form that matches their lore, typing, and vibe. But before we start, quick question I keep getting from y'all. Who's making all these Fakemon designs? That'd be me, Mercury Ball! Yep, I draw them, design them, and bring these little creatures to life. If you like my art or want to see more of my Fakemon stuff, check out the links in the description. And hey, if you've got your own Fakemon ideas and want help turning them into reality, hit me up. I'm totally down to collaborate. Alright, let's get started. First up, Blacephalon. The clown-themed Ultra Beast, codenamed UB Burst. It's known for its explosive performances. Literally. It can detach its head, blow it up like fireworks, and just keep on dazzling. In the anime, Blacephalon isn't just chaotic, it's a showman. Full-on pyrotechnic performer with killer confidence. So what if it had a pre-Evo still learning the act? Meet Fizzpat. Codenamed UB Sparkle. Fizzpat's name comes from fizz, like unstable sparks, and pat, from pate, meaning head. So it's basically a mini firework performer still learning the ropes. Design-wise, I based it on a fountain firework, cone-shaped body, sparkling head. Fizzpat's a clumsy little entertainer who really tries to impress, but half the time its sparks misfire, or its head pops off too early. It usually comes with Beast Boost, but I'm thinking of giving it its own special ability, Stage Fright. When hit by a status move like Will-O-Wisp or Thunder Wave, it releases a burst of unstable sparks that lowers the attacker's special attack. Basically, it panics and lashes out. Adorably. Next up, Xurkiting. Codenamed UB Lighting. If Blacephalon's fireworks, then Xurkiting's a full-blown light show. Its body's a bunch of bundled high-voltage wires, a giant Ultra Beast that devours electricity, growing stronger with every surge. But what if it started simpler? Introducing Xurkiting, codenamed UB Twitch. The name's a warped version of Xurkiting, since this little guy's just learning to connect its wires and spark to life. Xurkiting's design is stripped down, just a few loose, single-line wires that twitch and spark unpredictably. It absorbs ambient electricity, but often discharges it erratically, startling itself and anything nearby. Its movements are jittery, like a live wire with stage fright, and it's irresistibly drawn to power sources, like a moth to a flame. For its ability, I'd like to give it Static Loop, a 30% chance to trap anyone who hits Xurkiting with a contact move, locking them in battle for 2 turns and lowering their speed. Chaotic, disruptive, and absolutely adorable, with just a hint of control. And speaking of control, this Ultra Beast doesn't mess around. Nihilego. Codename UB01 Symbiont is elegance wrapped in something way more sinister. It's a mystical jellyfish with no brain, no real identity, just pure mimicry and manipulation. Even its name's a trip. Nihil means nothing, ego means self. So yeah, I am nothing. Creepy, right? Now imagine its pre-evolved form. Meet Nulliesse. Codename UB Echo. It's still figuring out who or what it is. The name comes from Latin too. Nulli means none. S means existence. Put that together and you get no existence. It drifts through dimensions, soaking up emotions it can't even feel, just trying to become someone. Looks-wise, it's like a baby jellyfish with a soft, hat-like dome.
Its design draws inspiration from a baby bonnet.
Kind of like Nihilego, but softer, more unsure. It doesn't latch onto hosts to control them, it just wants to feel connected. For its ability, I would like to give it Echo Shift. Once per battle, if an opponent uses a move to boost their stats, Nulliesse copies those boosts, like it's reaching for an identity that isn't quite its own.
Now, if Nihilego's all about identity without existence, our next Ultra Beast flips the script entirely. Buzzwole, codename UB02 Absorption, is existence without subtlety. Pure muscle, pure presence. It's basically a jacked-up mosquito that flexes so hard it breaks reality. But even this protein-packed beast had to start somewhere.
Meet Larvulk.
Codename UB Pump. Inspired by a mosquito larva, Larvulk is soft, see-through, and ridiculously swollen. Its tiny snout never stops slurping up nutrients, puffing up its body with visible pulses of protein. Imagine a larva with twitchy muscles way too big for its frame, like a toddler trying to hit the gym. The name's a mashup of larva and bulk, and it nails the vibe. Awkward, obsessed with getting swole. No arms yet, but that doesn't stop it from striking dramatic poses to scare off predators, usually failing in the most adorable way.
Aside from Beast Boost, I would also like Larvulk to pack a signature ability, Power Leak. Every time it throws out a physical move, there's a 30% chance it boosts its attack, but drops its defense. Like it's still learning how to handle all that muscle. Big gains, shaky control. Talking about awkward posing, our next Ultra Beast is its mirror opposite, Pheromosa. Codename UB02 Beauty. She's fast, flawless, and terrifyingly elegant. So, what's her pre-evolved form like? Meet Glamuella. Codename UB Glint. I based Glamuella's design on a baby roach nymph. Yeah, not the prettiest origin, but trust me, it works. She's fragile, but glows like crazy. That soft shimmer throws off predators while she glides through battle like she's walking a runway. The name? Glamuella, a mashup of glamour and puella, Latin for young girl, basically meaning glamorous girl. Perfect for a creature still figuring out how to turn beauty into a weapon. Glamuella copies the grace of anything it finds beautiful, but don't even think about touching it if you're dirty. The moment things get messy, its antennae start twitching like alarm bells, and it backs off like grime gives it hives. It's not just quick, it's picky. For its ability, Grace Veil gives it +1 speed if no status effects are on the field. Otherwise, it gains +1 evasion instead. So, it either thrives in purity or dodges chaos like a diva. Alright, before we dive into the next Ultra Baby, if you're vibing with these wild designs and concepts, smash that like button and hit subscribe. It seriously helps keep the Fakemon hype alive and kicking. And hey, drop a comment on which Ultra Babies got your vote so far. I want to know who's stealing the spotlight. Our next one takes us skyward. Celesteela. Codename UB04 Blaster. She's this majestic fusion of a bamboo rocket and a celestial maiden. Graceful, powerful, and absolutely destructive when she launches. But hey, before she took off like a star, she must have started small. Grounded, dormant, dreaming. Quietly absorbing the cosmos. Introducing Bambella. Codename UB Lift. Her name mashes together bamboo for her shoot-like body and Ella from Stella, meaning star or maiden in Latin. Bambella's a baby ultra beast rooted in sacred soil, soaking up cosmic energy through her metallic shoots. She can't move much yet, but at night she hums, syncing with the moon like a living satellite dish for the stars. Her body's heavy and grounded, but her little arms twitch with tiny bursts of propulsion. Early signs of the rocket she'll one day become. I'm giving Bambella a unique ability called Lift Buffer.
When she's hit by a flying-type move, her defense goes up by 1 stage. If she's hit by a ground-type move, her special defense rises instead. Basically, she's learning to adapt to both sky and earth, prepping for her big ascension.
So, while Bambella's calm, rooted, and all about balance, our next Ultra Beast slices right through that piece. Kartana. Codename UB-04 Blade is a literal paper sword, lightning fast and deadly precise. Inspired by origami and katana, it's art that can kill you. So, what would its pre-evolved form look like? Probably something smaller, simpler, and still learning how to fold itself into shape. Meet Tantami. Codename UB Slice. Its name comes from tanto, a short Japanese blade, and origami, the art of folding paper. Tantami's a fragile, folded creature that mimics swordplay it sees, usually slicing at air with 0 damage but maximum enthusiasm. It's razor-thin, super light, and kinda clumsy. It folds itself up when scared and sometimes blows away in the wind. Tantami's a total perfectionist, too, constantly refolding itself until every crease looks just right. I'm giving it a special ability called Paper Guard. It takes 25% less damage from multi-hit moves like Fury Swipes or Bullet Seed, reflecting its defensive folding tricks. Basically, it avoids getting shredded without losing speed.
Kartana may be all about delicate folds and graceful technique, but our next Ultra Beast tears that elegance to shreds. Guzzlord. Codename UB-05 Glutton is pure chaos. It doesn't slice, it devours. It's a black hole with teeth. So naturally, its baby form's gotta be messy, hungry, and always eating something it shouldn't. Meet Nibbleir. Codename UB Munch. Its name fuses nibble, like a baby bite, and air, because it's the heir to Guzzlord's endless hunger. Nibbleir isn't destructive yet. It's just curious and starving all the time. It chews on space debris, licks leftover energy, and experiments with anything edible. Or not. It's got this unstable little dimensional stomach that leaks energy when it's full, like a baby trying to handle powers way too big for it. Aside from Beast Boost, I'm giving Nibbleir a unique ability, Dimensional Crumbs. Restores 10% of its HP whenever it knocks out a Pokémon. Just a small snack to keep it going. Alright, we've made it to the final Ultra Beast, Scattaraka. Codename UB Assembly. It's a walking fortress made of stone blocks. Pure defense, pure structure, pure order. But before it became a mobile castle, it started out as, well, a pile of rocks. Meet Scattaraka. Codename UB Tumble. The name's a mashup of scatter and rock, with that classic Ultra Beast A flair. Scattaraka's basically Scattaraka before it got its act together. A bunch of semi-sentient bricks trying, and failing, to stack themselves into something intimidating. Scattaraka's design pulls from yokai legends, like the Moku Moku Ren, a spirit that haunts walls full of eyes. So for Scattaraka, I riffed off Nurikabe, another yokai that's just one wall segment with blinking eyes. Visually, Scattaraka looks like a stacked wall, but in reality, each brick floats independently and drifts apart the moment it gets spooked. It's hilarious to picture, these stones arguing telepathically over who gets to be on top. Total team dysfunction. I'm giving it a unique ability, Scattered Form. When hit by a contact move, there's a 30% chance it scatters, dropping the attacker's speed by 1 stage, like tripping over loose tiles. A clumsy little fortress in progress. But give it time, it's building something.
All right, that's a wrap. We've gone full circle through the pre-evolved forms of the Ultra Beasts. From the clumsy little Fizzpat to the towering chaos of Scattaraka. Each one starts off weird, wobbly, and full of potential.
Thanks for tagging along on this wild ride through Ultra Baby Madness. If you had fun, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next wave of Fakemon fire. This has been Mercury Ball, and I'll catch you in the next one.